Hey everyone, got EMachines. We got an EMachines T1140. We have a 1.1 Intel Celeron processor. Sorry, shaky camera. I'm not really a camera guy, but we got 128 megabytes. That was pre-installed. I upgraded to the maximum 512 megabytes. So yeah. And then it had a 56K dial-up modem. I took out the dial-up modem, excuse me, and then I ordered a new network adapter. It was the Realtek. Yeah, I forgot what the number was, but Realtek basically for broadband Ethernet works great. It comes with 20 gigabytes hard drive, Ultra DMA 66. Which is not too bad for this machine. It's got 4 USB ports, got 2 in the front. Look at all this water. And then we got 2 in the back. Oops, bad. Right there, I got my keyboard mouse plugged in right now. And yeah, this machine, for those people that don't know, is to me is pretty rare. I've looked online for information on the T1140. I really could only find specs and just history about EMachines. RIP. But yeah, so I got this computer March 2002, or my dad did, back when I was a little guy. But yeah, I got it because it was affordable, you know, EMachines, affordable all the way, and it was basically our family's first desktop computer. You know, I remember, you know, going on AOL, for sure, hooking up that phone line, hearing the beeps, and driving my mother crazy because she could never use the phone when me and my brother were on playing friggin' Halo. But yeah. This machine, I was just collecting dust, really, in one of our closets, and I had found it spring cleaning, and I was like, "Whoa! I wonder if this thing works." It was really dusty, but other than that, it's really good condition. You know, you don't see any dents, no dirt marks. It's really, really clean. It was just the inside that was dirty. I just used my air compressor, got all that dirt out, and then tried to boot it, and it booted well. It actually booted to Windows XP Home Edition SP2. So yeah, the 2002 edition, really, really old. RIP Windows XP. So yeah, but you know, I kind of thought, oh man, let me try to see if I can make this computer work again. You know, Windows XP was okay, but you know, if everyone knows, it's very bad now because there's no more support. And you have so many things to worry about with security issues that you might as well just upgrade to Windows 7 or just go Linux. So after, you know, asking online a little bit, I got recommended to try Linux on it. So that's what I did. Initially I wanted to try Lubuntu. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Sorry, I'm a bad camera. It's really hard on my iPhone, but or 5S. But yeah, no. I tried Lubuntu. I tried, I think it was like 14.1 or something, like the tar dusty one. And yeah, it was okay. Initially, what had happened was the CD drive. It doesn't work. It opens, or yeah, it doesn't really open sometimes. You have to kind of like hope it opens. See if you kind of see it. And it'll kind of open. You kind of maybe have to force it a little bit. And then even just trying to press it to go back in. Sometimes it won't even go back in. I was just really lucky. But yeah, it opens and everything. But when you put a CD into the drive doesn't read the CD anymore. Nothing. Like at first I thought it was maybe like I was the CDs, the way I was burning them was wrong and everything, but I checked all the CDs I burned, and and on different computers as well, and they all work. So I had figured that the CD drive does not work, doesn't recognize any CDs. So initially, to even try to boot it, because it can't boot from USB, it has those USB 1.0 ports. So, and even in the BIOS, it doesn't boot from USB. So initially, I was really dumbfounded, didn't know what to do. Looked online a little bit, found Plop. Thankfully, those guys at Plop, they made some good programs. So I used the Plop EX Executive, I think. Yeah, I used that, put it on a floppy. I had to order a floppy online because literally no computer stores have floppies anymore. They only have the adapters, the USB adapters for floppies, which was dumb, I think. But I mean, yeah, no one's really gonna use floppies unless you're like freaking old school. So yeah, I had to order some floppies online, got a floppy, got Plop Plop on there, and then from there I was able to put the Plop in and then boot from a live USB. And yeah, I was able to install Ubuntu. It worked perfectly fine. The only problem I had was after the initial install, it went to a black screen when I booted up again. I don't know why. You know, everyone, like, I looked online for a while, everyone said like the no mod set kind of deal, you gotta do that. But the thing was, I wasn't doing it from a live CD, so I couldn't do that whole F6, you know, whatever. So I had to go on the grub and actually type out the no mod set into the command line, I guess. I'm not really familiar with the Linux command line, you know, I'm really newbie. And dear God, it did nothing to it. It literally just booted and it's just black screen, nothing. Zero, nada. And my dumb ass, instead of it, you know, trying out Ubuntu to see if it even worked, I was just, you know, so stoked that I had finally figured out how to boot from a live USB from a floppy that, you know, I was just like, whatever, delete Windows XP from my my hard drive, like, forget XP, I don't need it, blah blah blah. And oh my God, guys, biggest mistake ever. The reason I say that is, you know, XP is not too bad. Like, I would say if you're not on the internet and you're maybe just playing games, you know, maybe messing with Paint, doing some Word docs, you know, I think it's totally fine. You know, to each their own. Some people will be like, nah, yeah, whatever, you know. I think Windows XP, probably the best Windows. You know, people will be like, yeah, Windows 7, Windows. Nah, XP, it was just simple, straight to the point, made sense. I don't care what anyone says, alright? So yeah, and the only reason I would, right after I deleted it, and then I figured that Ubuntu didn't work, I was like, oh fuck, man, I could have kept the XP, because right after I tried Ubuntu, I was like, alright, let me try Tinycore. I tried Tinycore Plus, installed it, and took out the Ubuntu, put Tinycore Plus. Tinycore Plus worked, booted to the OS, and I was in the main menu, and it was good. Yeah, it was pretty good. The only thing is this computer's so old, and the Intel drivers, that the graphics on the Tinycore Plus are just really messed up on my install. I looked online, and it's just the fix for it I kind of get. I really don't get it though. I think it's just a little bit above my knowledge of computers with the whole commands and using the apps, which I kind of really like with the Tinycore. It gives the user a lot of control. You know, if you're really computer knowledgeable, I would say try out Tinycore, check it out. But yeah, so after the Tinycore, I was like, oh man, it's like, I was happy that I got a new OS and it was Linux, and it was okay. Like, I couldn't use Firefox. I can use Operator, but the Operator was web browsing, or not Operator, Opera, sorry. The Opera web browsing was really slow. I could barely load up any images. Couldn't even load up YouTube videos, which I still can't, but that's okay. And then I couldn't even like use AbiWord or Paint or any of those things that were in the apps. So I was like, dang man, I kind of like was regretting, you know, taking out XP, because with these XP, you know, I can play Halo campaign and friggin' Halo 1 PC. If anyone knows how fun that was, whew, that was hell fun. But yeah, no, so I was kind of like bummed out about that. I was like, at least it works. It goes into OS, whatever. I installed it, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, let me see if I can maybe try a different one. So I went online, looked up some more Linux distros, and I came across Puppy Linux. So if any of you guys don't know, Puppy Linux, another lightweight distro, was made, I think, in the 2000s by some Australian dude. Yo, props to that guy, because he made a sweet distro. I mean, guys, this came out March, or this in the BIOS, it says March 2002. If you guys do a little math, that's at least 15 years old, this computer, and it still is running really good. And then with the Puppy Linux, it almost runs as if it was brand new. So let me show you real quick. Uh-oh. We gotta reboot. We gotta reboot this. Alright, we hit it with the reboot. Got my flop in there. Alright, got that EMachines. So this is the plop right here. It's gonna take a little bit to load. I'm not too sure if the XP loaded faster or if this loaded faster. I think it's almost about the same. I think maybe the XP was just a little bit faster. But I mean, I couldn't even use the internet. I could only play like Halo and listen to music that was on there already, and you know, maybe use Paint. You know, not much to do. Not much to do. So take a little time. So, take a little zip over. Alright, so right here, this is the plop exec manager. So right here we got our SDA1. It says Puppy. We can view logs. We can view logs, rescan the CD drive, or reboot. I just tried the reboot. It didn't work for some reason. I don't know why. So gotta make a note of that. I'm just gonna come over here, do a little enter. Bam. It's gonna load that kernel up. Oh no, it's not gonna work. So when it popped the first time, I was like, oh fuck, it's not gonna work. But then I was like, oh, is it working? It's working. And then boom, starts coming up for loading all this Puppy stuff. And then when this came on, well, not the password, but when like it kind of cuts off right here, I was like, oh fuck man, the resolution's gonna be off. But that is not the case. So put this down real quick. Sorry guys, type in my password, don't want you guys to know. Alright, got it in there. Alright, loading up. So yeah, okay, now thinking about it, XP definitely was faster loading up, but I think this is just because it's loading from a live USB and we're going through this plop manager as well. So yeah, here it is. We got our Puppy. And whoa guys, when I first saw this, I was like, oh man, hopefully it looks way better, because with the Tinycore Plus, I was having excuse me, I was having major problems. Get this mouse over here. Alright, so this works really good. So we got, it shows what all our things that are in the computer. We got our floppy, we got the SDA1, and we got the, excuse me, the USB stick. You know, sorry, like one hand trying to record and one hand just trying to do like this shit. But so yeah, initially the Puppy was, when I first got it, I had to just to connect, I had to do it myself, which it wasn't too hard. It was actually pretty easy. I don't know if there's wireless. I don't think so. This is the Puppy 4.31. So, which was, I think, came out 2009, which works perfectly on this 2002 EMachine. And yeah, I would really like the setup of this distro. It's really simple and it really looks good. You know, you got your browser, email, chat. You can write. So I'll show you guys the write. Look at this thing, man. It's brand new. Oops. I always keep using the wrong keyboard. Wrong keyboard. And then look, you can do like, this thing is so good, and I'll save the files. Like, I made it so the puppy all my puppy files are saved onto my SDA1. So I can still boot from my live USB, but I can keep my files on the hard drive, which is awesome. So I'll just save this. I'll call it blah 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 blah, or blah blah blah. Okay, it's an AbiWord file. I'm gonna say save. And then if I go into my folders, let's see, documents, right? No. Maybe if I go to files, I like doing. See, it's right there. Look at that, just chilling right there. And then I probably, if I wanted to, I can put it on another USB and just put it on, you know, print it out on another computer. Probably, I would think. I haven't tried it yet. It's another project for another day, but definitely try it out. So yeah, I got that. What else? We got the calculator, I think, right? Oh no, never mind. This is like Excel, but it's like Excel's like a calculator anyway. But yeah, Excel, which I didn't have on XP, just letting you know. And Paint. Everything works, you know. Well, hold up, let me get this pencil. Yeah, look at that. You know, save it if I want to. Yeah, loose changes, ready to cancel. We got Draw. So this is the Inkscape thing. So it's nice. What else? Browse the internet, and I'll show you the internet. So this is the puppy jump off page. Pretty cool. Gives you a lot of info. I'm gonna go to the search, which this is SeaMonkey. I know there's Firefox, but I've been using SeaMonkey because I never tried SeaMonkey, and just testing it out really. So yeah, like right here, let's try Yahoo. I was having problems with Reddit. For some reason, every time I went on it would load perfectly, but then it would give me like an ad from Google. And then that ad from Google would literally never load. For some reason. I'm pretty sure it's just because this processor is just so friggin' old and slow. I mean, like, just like, guys, just understand, this is a 15-year-old desktop, and it's able to go broadband when it was meant for dial-up and load these really heavy HTML sites. Like, trying to load Yahoo on Opera on my Tinycore, like, I wouldn't even get this. It'd be kind of like this, but a lot of things would be missing, and then the graphics for the pictures would be, the color would be off. So yeah, it works pretty good though. Let's see. See, I'll show you guys Reddit. I had put the puppy, what is it, ad blocker. So now SeaMonkey says SeaMonkey can't connect securely because the site uses security protocol which isn't enabled. So even if I enabled it, I would still just have problems with Reddit because there's just so many ads, and like it just keeps spamming that thing, and it gets super annoying. So I gotta figure that out. I just did the puppy, what is it? Oh my god, it's so freaking annoying. Hold on guys, I gotta put this phone down and get this crap off. Alright, nope, they don't want to create a password. Okay. Alright, so Back to the camera. I'm gonna try YouTube, show you guys how YouTube is working. So loads pretty quick, right? It's like I can see the thumbnails and everything. Like it takes a little while to load those, but it's like it doesn't want to load. So maybe we'll watch this, try to watch this a dumb makeup tutorial. Just gonna click, see if it loads. I really don't think it's gonna load because this computer, yeah, YouTube YouTube wasn't created until, I don't know, 2005, 6. I don't really know. Someone can correct me, but definitely was not before this computer was even made. So yeah, this is what happens. Basically, I get to this load screen, everything else loads, the views and everything, but the comments in the actual video will not load, which is a bummer. But I mean, guys, if I were to try this on Windows XP, and even with broadband, it wouldn't probably even load this far. It would take like at least 30 minutes, I don't know, to even load maybe this. And it won't even load this either, you know? So I don't know, maybe I can find a way to do it, or maybe I'll use Firefox and that'll help it. Or I can just, I was looking online for some SSD drives for maybe this, if there were any. I looked, I found one. It was like I forgot what the size was, but it was $100. And then I don't really think I'm gonna try to upgrade the hard drive, because I don't think it's worth it, really, you know. Honestly, just being able to write, I think, Word documents and doing light internet browsing, like, is good enough for me for this computer, you know. Like, let me try the Puppy Linux forums. So we're gonna go to the home page. Alright, so we're here. We go home. Or we're already at home. LOL. Blog, download, puppy. Alright, so the thing is, though, with this computer, you can look at most forums except like Reddit, fucking shitty ass Reddit. But you know, who fuck uses that except those damn SJWs, fucking filthy ass animals. But yeah, no, I can still like go on like most Linux forums and just like browse and even comment if I wanted to. Yeah, you know, like, let's go to beginner, start here, wait for that to load, and you know, look. You know, I could talk with people that are with this distro, and it's awesome. Look, I can read everything, it looks fine, and you know, I definitely can comment. So really, this computer you can use for looking at news and maybe commenting on a forum. For videos, as of now, it's just not gonna work, because this is at least 15 years old. So yeah. But other than that, really good distro. It's basically brand new. It runs way better than the XP. And it has games. I think the only saving grace that didn't bum me out about Halo was that this has games too. Look at that. Look at that, man. You got a puppy puzzle. It's fucking awesome. Like, what 10-year-old wouldn't like that, you know? And you have your like kid, you know, messing around, you know, with this, and it'd be perfect for them. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys a piece of history right here. The T1140. Still going strong. And and hopefully it's got a couple more years in it. I'm really not using it every day. I use it rarely when I feel like messing around with the Linux. I'll boot it, bring everything out, put it up here and stuff. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, see you guys later, and best of luck.